What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a pretty cool VGC 2016 battle. We are going up against Ray Ogre with Crobat Mawile support, opting to go with the potential Tailwind from the Crobat instead of like a Trick Room setter from something like a Bronzong or a Cresselia. We're going to be using Mega Salamence, Xerneas, Gengar, and Primal Groudon today. I normally don't like to bring my Groudon versus Ray Ogre because it's just such a bad matchup, and like all of their Pokemon are just set on KOing my Groudon. That's like the strength of that team. We are bringing Groudon just because the Mawile is there and I don't have that many Pokemon that can deal with it. We're just going to start things off, get right into it, and hopefully show you guys how I like to deal with Ray Ogre because it is a very strong team at the moment and it's super good against the Big Six. So we're seeing him lead off with the Crobat Ray, potential for Mega Ray here, and Mega Ray's Delta Stream would protect a Pokemon like Crobat from super effective Ice, Rock, and Electric attacks. Also protects him as well. Super cool Mega. It's actually one of my favorites right now. Note that I also led with a Salamence, and I got a really good double Intimidate off one of those guys. It's actually going to force the Rayquaza out first turn, because he has almost no KO potential against my Xerneas with that type of board. So he switches in his Mawile, gets a pretty good Intimidate of his own up onto my Salamence and Xerneas. As we're going to go with Protect from the Xerneas, I'm scouting to see either Super Fang or Taunt, and he opts to go with option C and just Tailwinds right in my face. I'm not really a big fan of ever Tailwinding when you want to use a Mawile, but that's his decision. So I'm also, note that I didn't Mega with my Salamence because I didn't need to, and I activated Tailwind of my own, and I'm super happy that I didn't Mega Evolve because that means I can reuse my Intimidate later in the game, and that's just such a strong play. And it also doesn't really show if I'm using Mega Gengar. If I want to Mega Gengar, like if I have to Mega Gengar right here, and I was holding the Gengarite, which I think I am, I'm either always holding the Gengarite or a Life Orb on my Gengar spreads, I can Mega Gengar if I feel like it. So it's actually a really cool play to not Mega with Salamence until you have to. And note that I brought in my Groudon super early. Bringing in Groudon is just, I don't know, you guys have seen me do this a million times. You bring out the Groudon, right? It's super juicy. You bring out that Groudon, you have Gengar on the board, and you bait out their Kyogre just right, and it looks like you're going to go for a skill swap play. It looks like I'm trying to skill swap to reactivate my Desolate Land and then just hit everyone in the face super hard, and then Kyogre can't really do anything about it. So he's going to withdraw his Crobat, and he's going to come in with his Rayquaza. What Rayquaza does here is it has the ability Airlock, which is why this team is so strong. It makes it so even if I were to skill swap here and reactivate Desolate Land, it makes so my weather doesn't really work at all. I'm going for option C, I guess, option B, X, S, whatever, super unseen option. He goes for the Water Spout, and he's Water Spouting right into a Destiny Bond here. So Destiny Bond bait activated. We're going to lose Gengar, but he's also going to lose his Kyogre, which is the main Pokemon that makes his team work. It's called Ray Ogre, not like Ray Mawile Crobat. That's not a very good team. So remember, I still have my Salamence in the back. He is primarily physical attacker, so I decided to come out with Xerneas here. I'm saving my Salamence to fight Mawile. I think it's so weird saying that, but I would really like to get an Intimidate up onto that Mawile slot. So he goes for a Super Fang plus Dragon's Ascent up onto my Xerneas, and remember, his Ray can't really Mega Evolve because it would mean his Mawile wouldn't be able to Mega Evolve. And it's going to leave my Xerneas with just enough HP. He probably thought I was the Sweeper Xerneas and that he would be fine, but this is the full bulk Xerneas, which is going to let me live, and I'm going to be able to retaliate with a Dazzling Gleam. Note that I missed my Rock Slide onto the Ray, so it's obviously going to be a Sash Ray, and he would have went down this turn. If I would have hit my Rock Slide, both our Tailwinds are going to peter out here. And this is where I make a pretty weird play. He's going with the Protect with his Rayquaza, and he's going for the obvious Tailwind with his Crobat, but I also double Protect. Looking back on it, I don't know why I went for a double Protect here. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was just like, I have nothing to lose, I'm going to double Protect. Maybe I want him to think he has a power play in Tailwind when in reality he can't really do anything else. I do know that I left the Crobat up on purpose. I did not want to KO the Crobat. I want the Crobat to stay there, and I want him to try and fight like one versus two with either his Rayquaza or his Mawile versus both of my Pokemon at the same time. So he's going for a Super Fang off on what was, I think, my Groudon slot, and I definitely did this on purpose. Note that I had to go for the Intimidate early, even though I didn't want to, but we do pick up a double KO onto both this Pokemon here. Looks like he didn't have the extreme speed on his Rayquaza, and he's going to lose the Crobat and the Rayquaza that turn. His last Pokemon is going to be Mawile. It's going to come up and gets a pretty good Intimidate, but I mean, there's no real way that Mawile comes back from this position. You see there's still a couple turns left in the game, but I mean, I still have Groudon. Like, that's pretty much the kicker. I still have Groudon. Salamence is intimidated. Xerneas doesn't have a great matchup for something like Mawile. I think I'm actually within Sucker Punch range if he decides to go for it. How BM would it be to go for like a second Geomancy? Just like second Geomancy and Hyper Voice here. Is that what I'm going for? Or have I even Geomancy? I don't even know. Whatever. Anyways, he's going for the Play Off. He's just going to KO my Salamence. Remember, he is in a Tailwind, I think. So he is going to pick up the KO of my Salamence, even though he's intimidated. It is super effective. And I'm just going to go for a Moonblast. Nice to get some damage in there. I haven't Geomancied. I'm not even going to. But good amount of damage here, and it puts it within KO range because of a crit. And, I mean, like I said, there's just not that much Mawile can do staring down a Groudon. This is like the worst situation a Ogre team can ever be in. He's like, how did it end up this way? How did the Groudon get the last laugh versus my Ogre? It all came down to that one turn where my Gengar made the super good play with Destiny Bond. I know you guys have seen it a bunch of times on my channel. My Gengar doesn't even have Skill Swap. Like, I can't make that play even if I wanted to. Like, sometimes I really want to, but the Destiny Bond play usually works against Ogre teams. It worked this game. So let me know, guys, what you guys think of how I like to deal with Ogre. Is the Destiny Bond too predictable? Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.